Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video, we are gonna be talking about my spiritual journey, how it was before, how it started, and how it's going now. To start with, I'm gonna explain myself of what I believe spirituality really means to me. And what I really love about spirituality is that it's such a broad subject that it can mean so many different things to so many different people. And it is something that there's so much to learn in the process. It's like a never-ending journey. To me, spirituality means to become connected to your higher self, connected to your life purpose, relationships, values, and it's also about your awakening your consciousness, expanding your viewpoints of life and the universe as a whole. And what I love about it is that you don't have to follow a specific way of it. You don't have to follow a book. There isn't right or wrong. There's just teachings, and that's what I love. So let me give you a backstory of before I even knew about it. I grew up in a religious country. Obviously, I'm Latina. I grew up in Nicaragua, and everyone over there is very religious. My mom, on the other hand, she was like spiritual, but also a little bit religious. And then there was my dad. He was an atheist. So I was kind of put in the middle of everything. And sometimes as a kid, you feel the need to fit in and believe what everybody else is believing in. So to me, the side of religion never made sense. It never really clicked. I never felt like I was understood. And we go forward to 2017. I ended up moving to Indy, and my parents were getting divorced. I was going through a lot of life situations where I was going from one house to the other, and I was just like putting a lot of uncomfortable situations, and that triggered anxiety in me, and it took years and years for me to actually figure it out. So 2020 comes along, and 2020 was a lot for everyone. We were just going through a lot. And so I think that a lot of spiritual people ended up coming out of the hardship of 2020. And I think it was something so essential that we all needed to go through, because we took so many things that we had for granted, and it just makes you value things more. Before COVID happened, I ended up getting into a car accident. My car got totaled. I went to the hospital. I had bills and bills piling up. A few weeks later, boom, my birthday, the day of my birthday, they announced COVID and how there was gonna be a lockdown. And then they closed the store where I was working at, and basically I didn't really have a job. And it was anxiety plus depression. I had never dealt with depression in my life, and if you've ever dealt with depression, you know it sucks. You know it feels like you're in a pit, you're drowning, you can't see the light, it's never gonna end, and it's horrible. I would never wish that upon anyone. If anybody is going through that, just know that I understand you, and a lot of people have gone through it, and that you are loved, you're valued, and that you have a purpose, and you will get out of it. After that, I started gaining weight. I started seeing myself in a way that I had never seen myself, and it was just the ugliest moment for me. And I'm beyond grateful to have had my boyfriend to be there for me, to push me. And even though through all the darkness and all the ugliness I was going through, he could still see who I actually was as a person. So that's when I started doing my research on what could help me out with my anxiety, my depression. So I ended up getting into meditation. When I say meditation saved my life, it's because it did save my life. That was a life-changing thing for me. Felt a little bit more calm, started getting into crystals and just the spiritual world. It was just a little build-up. And I remember I started doing my research, and breathing is such an important thing for us. What is the first thing that you do when you come to this earth? You breathe, right? What is the last thing that we do when we come to this earth? You breathe. That's the last thing we do. So it is such an important thing to do. So I really recommend people who are going through a struggle, who are going through anxiety, who are going through depression, who have ADHD, who have ADD, who have, all these different things that are going on with your body. try at least meditating. There's also different forms. There's yoga, there's journaling. Just let go of all those negative thoughts, let go of all those emotions, write them down on a notebook, release that. So how is my journey going on now? My journey is actually, it's a never-ending thing, so I'm still learning, but I'm so beyond grateful. I couldn't have imagined myself where I'm at now. In this point in my life, I have so much gratitude and so much to give. Oh my god, talking about this, how insane. Look, 333. Guys, I'm telling you, angel numbers, baby. It's insane. It chases me everywhere. It's part of the journey and it's so beautiful. A few weeks back, I went through a dark night of the soul, and I kind of shut down. I wasn't really posting on social media. I took a break from YouTube. I decided I didn't want to go out. I didn't want to socialize with anyone, and I realized that I needed to really let go of my childhood traumas and all the negative things that were holding me back. And it was so painful and so hard because I was letting go of my past self. And actually that is what was happening. So I was going through this shift where I was no longer gonna allow my childhood traumas, all the past experiences, everything that had happened to me drag along and push me down and keep me from actually being the person that I have to be. I thought of, if I want to be the best version of myself, I have to put myself first and I have to take care of myself, ground myself physically, mentally, and emotionally. So I think having time for myself and not be actually going out, I have chosen that I don't want to drink. I don't know if that's gonna be like forever, but that's something that I don't feel the need to do. I don't want to drink. I don't feel the need to go partying and clubbing. I don't think that has fulfilled me in any way. I think it's fun at the moment, but is it fulfilling you in any way? Like, are you actually making connections with people? People who are genuine, people who love you, people who will be there in your tough times? I don't think so. And so I have learned to value those things. And another thing was starting to heal my body and starting to heal myself with nourishing food, because I had been eating super like bad, and I even developed gut health issues. And so I was like, this needs to change. So I have been eating more greens, I have been eating clean, and I value the food that I have on my plate, and I have so much gratitude. And that's another thing, have gratitude for one of you. And sometimes it is hard to feel grateful for things when you have this feeling you deserve more than what you already have. But just think about other people have it worse, and you are here and you are doing good. Be grateful for the experience, because what is that tough thing that you're going through teaching you? It might be hard for you now, but in a few months, in a few years, you're gonna look back and you're gonna be like, wow, I really needed that. What did that teach me? Life is difficult. We go through ups and we go through downs. It's not always gonna be perfect, but we're souls living a life experience as a human. And so I did a lot of meditation and self-reflecting a few weeks back, and those are the changes that I have made. I am very happy and proud of myself. If you guys really want to get into spirituality, I can recommend different books, and I could just link some things down below, some music. And just remember, we are all energies, and if we want to attract something, we have to raise our vibrations to the frequency of that thing that we really want. You are not going to attract good things if you have a negative mindset, if you are not kind to people, if you don't value things, everything that you have. If you have anything that is not positive, that's going to lower your vibration. So if you want to be a better person, not just to attract better things for yourself, but for the rest of the world, but for others, and to actually make a change in people's lives, then do so. And I recommend you actually doing your research on spirituality, and hopefully it changes your life just like how it did to me. I once again wanted to thank you guys for being here, for listening to me, for liking my page, for following my journey, being part of it. I am so beyond grateful for you guys. I just want to wish you guys so much light and love and happiness. We are all deserving of it. We all have a life purpose. You are worthy. You are meant to be here for a reason. It's not just a coincidence that you ended up on a rock floating in the middle of the universe with billions and billions of galaxies. It is not a coincidence. So I want to thank you guys once again. I love you guys, and I will see you guys in the next video.